What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Hammer Dance YouTube channel. Today we have a special video. I've been telling you guys for the past 2 weeks that I was going to do this video for you because you've been asking me so much in the comments on how to do this. So today we're going to be talking about how to take any microphone, whether it's your headset microphone, some $30 mic that you bought on Amazon, that's a USB like condenser mic, any microphone that you have. We're going to take it, we're going to use it for OBS, whether it's for streaming or recording, and we are going to tweak it to make it sound as professional as possible. So to accomplish this, basically all we're going to need is your microphone, and we're going to download some plugins called Reaper plugins for OBS. These are VST plugins, so they're going to allow us to tweak a bunch of stuff. They're going to give us a noise gate, a compressor, an EQ. Those are basically the main three things that we're going to mess with your microphone to get it to sound really good. And for me, on my end, I'm not going to use my Shure SM7B. I want to use a cheaper microphone and a more common microphone like everyone else has. So I will use my Blue Yeti Nano for this. We will first hook it up and listen to what it sounds like raw, with no processing effects on it, no EQ, no noise gate or anything, and then we will apply the Reaper plugins and see what we can get it to sound like. Real quick though, guys, before we dive into it, if you guys enjoy this kind of stuff that I'm putting out lately, please be sure to let me know by liking the video. Consider subscribing to the channel and maybe turning on those post notifications so you don't miss the next time I do post a video. And if you guys have any questions ever, you can always drop them in the comments below, or come hang out with me on my live stream. I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday nights at around 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'll drop a link to my Twitch down in the description below this video. All right, guys, so without further ado, let's dive in. All right, guys, so for the purpose of this video, in the point in time that we're in right now, I'm going to still be using my Shure SM7B until we download these plugins, and then I'll plug in the Yeti Nano and we'll get that set up. So the first thing you guys are going to want to do is open your web browser and navigate to reaper.fm, and that's going to bring you to this dashboard page right here. This is where you can download the Reaper plugins. So the Reaper plugins are basically just a package of VST plugins that get installed into OBS, and then you can use them however you want. So you're going to come onto reaper.fm, and then we're going to click download Reaper right here at the top. You're going to download your whatever version you need. For me, it's Windows 64-bit. You're going to download that file. It's going to pop up down here. As soon as that's done downloading, double click it, install them to the default location wherever it prompts you to install them, and then we're going to head over to OBS. So if you're not at that part yet, pause the video right here and then start it up again as soon as you get to that part. All right, so we're here in OBS right now. Real quick, I'm going to disable my Shure SM7B microphone, and I'm going to enable my Yeti Nano. You'll see it pop up right down here in the audio channels section. All right, guys, so now you're listening to me through the Yeti Nano. Just get a quick glimpse here. Listen to what this sounds like. This is completely raw, without any effects on it. It is on the cardioid polar pattern right now. So this is the Yeti Nano microphone, completely raw with no post-processing on it whatsoever. Now we're going to dive in here and apply some of those Reaper plugins that we just downloaded and installed to get this microphone sounding a little bit more crispy, a little bit more solid, a little bit more of that studio sound that you hear from, let's say, the Shure SM7B. So let's dive in right now to that. It's going to be pretty simple. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to hit the microphone settings cogwheel down here. We are going to go to filters, because technically these are filters that we're going to apply to the microphone's audio. So once we come into here, you'll see audio filters. We have nothing there currently, so we're going to come down to the bottom. We're going to hit the little plus sign, and we are not going to use any of this built-in stuff that's in OBS. We're going to hit VST2 plugin. Just name this one, let's say, we'll name this noise gate. Oop. All right, and then we're going to select, these are the Reaper plugins that we installed. See how it says Reaper Comp, Reaper Control, Reaper Delay, Reaper EQ. The REA just stands for Reaper. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to do the Re-Gate, which is the Reaper noise gate. I'm going to click it. So now we have it selected there. We're going to hit Open Plugin Interface, and that's going to give us a visual noise gate that pops up, which is pretty awesome. We don't get that with the standard OBS plugins. So I'm going to be silent for a second, and we're going to see where this audio level lands here. So it landed about there. So basically what's happening now is I raised up the threshold here so that when I stop talking, the gate will only open if the noise level gets above where this marker is. And now I'm talking. Okay, so our noise gate is set up that is basically all you really need to do with that. Don't mess with the hold or the release or the attack or anything. It's basically the way that it comes with the 3ms attack and the 100ms release is perfectly fine for standard recording or streaming purposes. So that's how you would set up the noise gate. Moving on to the next one, we are going to add another filter here, and this one we are going to do the same thing, VST2, and we're going to name this one the compressor. And we're going to go over here and we're going to select our recomp, which is the Reaper compressor. Boom. Open plugin interface. All right. So this is a little bit more tricky. So for compression, we are going to generally use a little bit different settings here, but you can basically take the settings that I use here and then tweak them so that it works perfectly for you. Okay, so for me, guys, we're going to use a -15 dB on the threshold on our compressor here. For our ratio, we want it to be 4:1, so we're going to get this over to 4. Boom, so we have 4:1 ratio, and then our attack, we want it to be 2 ms, okay, and our release is going to be 100 ms. These are the settings that I use in my Go XLR for my Shure SM7B, and these are the compression settings that I feel like they just sound good. It makes the microphone sound warm, and it has a nice like thump to it, and it just feels really, really good. All right, guys, so for our last filter that we want to add to the Yeti Nano, we're going to add an EQ to it. So we're going to come down here again, we're going to hit VST, and we're going to name this one EQ. And we are going to select the Re-EQ plugin right here, and we're going to open the plugin interface. So now this is giving us a graphic equalizer, which is great because we can boost or lower the frequencies that we don't want to hear in our microphone. So basically right here, what I tend to do is roll off a lot of the extremely highs right there, all the way at the end. That just gets rid of a lot of like weird like noise that you could possibly hear, or like hissing in the background. You can even crank that even lower, but I'm going to leave it just there just to be safe. We do want the microphone to sound a little bit more bassy, because that bassy is what gives us that studio feel and like makes people feel, you know, what you're saying. So if you want to raise the bass portion of what your voice is sounding like, that's going to be really around here between the 100 to 500 hertz frequencies. That's going to be like the bass part of your voice. So we can kind of take this the second band right here and boost it a little bit right there. And if you use your scroll wheel, you can tighten it or loosen the curve right there. So I'm going to just make a small, tight curve right there. And we're going to take the one band, go all the way to the end, and drop it off completely, so that we get anything under like 20 hertz is completely cut off. So this should be, the microphone should sound pretty good right now. It should sound nice and bassy. I will listen to it back, and then I will play both with and without the filter so that you guys can hear what it sounds like after you do some post-processing to your microphone. So right now we are listening to it with the noise gate on, the compressor, and the EQ on. I'm going to turn those all off right now. Now we're listening to the microphone with none of those effects on whatsoever. It definitely probably sounds a little bit more tinny and like open, doesn't feel as bassy. Again, I'll put them on. Here's the microphone with the settings that we just made, with the Reaper plugins applied to it. It probably sounds way better to you. I know it does to me. So this is what you can do to basically any microphone. You can do this to your headset microphone or whatever it is that you have. This generally will work for any microphone. It can make any microphone sound way better. I once did a review, if you look way back on my channel, for like this $30 USB condenser mic that some company wanted me to review on Amazon, and I used some settings and I got it to sound pretty damn good. It sounded like a $100 Yeti, and it was great. So these are the settings that you guys want to use. You can take them and tweak them to your room or what microphone you have or your voice. Everyone's voice is a little different, so maybe you need to lower your low end because you have a deeper voice than me. But for me, I have a very high-pitched voice, so I need to raise those bass notes there so that it sounds good and you guys can feel what I'm saying. All right, guys, so there you have it. That is how you can take basically any microphone that you have. You know, it could be an old Turtle Beach headset, or maybe you do have a Blue Yeti Nano, or a cheaper microphone, or whatever it is, whatever you're using. You could take it and make it sound really good by using those Reaper plugins. But I would suggest if you're trying to get rid of like background noise and stuff like that, definitely look into RTX Voice. I will be doing a video on that probably next week. That's really good for getting rid of stuff like that. It gets rid of any background noise, so like keyboards or like someone slamming a door, and the best part about it is that it even gets rid of background noise from people that are talking to you through Discord. So their background noise won't come through on your end. It's some wild technology. But anyways, guys, I hope that you guys found something useful here in this video. I hope that I was able to help you to get your sound quality on your microphone sound a little bit better. So if you guys did enjoy this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up please, that helps a lot. And if you guys want, subscribe to the channel and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss the next time I post a video. And if you have any questions whatsoever, drop them in the comments below, or come hang out with me on my live stream. I will answer your questions on there as well. I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and sometimes Saturday mornings. I will drop a link to my Twitch down in the description below this video. But anyways, guys, that's all from me, so I want you to keep those hammers up, and I'll see you next time.